Where there is darkness, we shine our light the brightest. So what we're going to do is we're going to review the Rupley footage of the so-called anti-lockdown protest this weekend just passed. So let's get straight on with it. So what they do here is, as you can see, they don't start the event straight away. Yeah, they've waited all this time. So look, 1 hour 25 minutes. Yeah, and they still haven't shown any footage. So what I personally reckon is they wait for a certain amount of time, and then they do it. So watch when it is. On 1 minute 26, yeah, they decide to show the footage. So what I reckon is that they've had to get all these people here in the right positions, yeah, with the right props, whether it be a can of beer or a punk. Yeah, you'll see a punk soon. Anyway, so let's just watch the first thing that you hear and see, okay? So straight away, the first thing that you hear is someone shouting at the police saying that the police have killed loads of people, right? So straight away, they're making people who go to an anti-lockdown movement look like they swear, they're aggressive, and all this straight away. Whereas it might be true, okay? But what you have to do is present it in the right way so you don't discredit yourself. And that isn't the right way to do it. Okay, so that's what the first thing they want you to hear is someone swearing and being aggressive at the police, okay?
It's because they're illegal. Stop swearing!
Right, the guy who said stop swearing, right, keep an eye on him.
Stop swearing, it's you, right there, you do what you want.
So on the right hand side, yeah, with the hoodie, remember him because you will see him later, okay? Yeah, so the one who says stop swearing, look out for him, right, later.
You do what you want. Stop swearing. You're not getting out.
So the guy in the navy blue is saying, he's trying to get through, and they say, no, and then he says, I want to go home. So basically what they're saying now is the police are not letting people get home. Now, why would they even do that? If they want to so-called stop CV spreading, then surely what they would do is actually let people go instead of packing them into this ridiculous amount of space, all the people, right? So straight away, it doesn't make any sense, does it?
Work with us. Where's your water cannon?
Where's your water cannon? So straight away they're showing you that guy with the hoodie is a bit of a sort of a loudmouth, yeah. So they're setting the idea that he is, you know, loudmouth, sort of hooligan type, gets in trouble. Let's go forward a bit. So really, nothing happening. Remember, they want to draw these things out because the people who film them, like Tyrant Thunder, Resistance GB, Subject Access, Bannerman, Active Patriot, Free Life, whoever it might be, they want things to go on long so that they get those donations come in. Because obviously what they do is they pretend that they're on your side and that they're doing something for humanity by going there to film the evil police. But what I'm saying to you, and what many others are on this channel, is that the police and these filmers are on the same side because they're hired by the same people who pay the police, and what they're there to do is make these events that portray us in a bad light and lead to further lockdowns, because that's what it's all about. What they want to do is they want to destroy the economy, and then they're almost there. If you go around your city centre or whatever, you'll see big sections of shops that aren't open. Okay, now that's not going to be able to carry on forever. At one point down the line, someone will have to pay for that loss. Yeah, whether it be, I don't even need to go into that, it's obvious, right? Let's just carry on. So what I think is that they close off parts of this centre here, and they'll block the roads with a police van, and then further on they'll have like one policeman saying, no, you can't go down there, there's you know, a demonstration going on. And that way they limit the amount of sort of random people that would go there, and they just have their actors here and they're fake filmers. Yeah, so there's quite a few bits of red in the crowd if you look. Yeah, guy with a backpack, woman with red hair, that woman there's sort of got red hair. Basically, not always, but a lot of the time, the people who get arrested, it's staged and they're wearing sort of very visible clothes, because then everyone knows where they are, because they're an actor, like a lead actor basically, one who's going to get filmed getting arrested or part of a scuffle, whatever it might be. Okay, so they're building up the atmosphere, they're showing the police go down a bit here. The next person you're going to see, remember what I said about red? Well, this one's a bit more subtle, but you'll see. Okay, look, they're starting to push him around, the guy I'm talking about here. Look, they start to push him around there. Okay, don't worry, because it will go closer and we'll be able to see what he's saying in a minute. I've watched this twice now so that I know, you know, what to say before it happens. Basically what it should be is, when you watch the protests, be aware that the people who film in it are fake and everything's staged, and then just watch it here. I'll review it and tell you actually what's going on, because they won't question anything. They're going to tell you that it's all true, yeah. Whereas we know very well it's staged, because you can hire hundreds upon hundreds of actors in one go, and they can look like the most convincing policemen because they've got all the same gear, they've got the riot shields, everything. All you got to do is go on a certain website that I exposed months ago, and to be honest with you, someone gave me that lead, so whoever it was back then, all those months ago, thank you. But yeah, we found that website, you know, maybe last summer, but it ties everything together, because it shows you that they can get 100 actors, 200 actors in one go. They can even film things like bloody wars, basically, like actual war, you know, with helicopters and all kinds of stuff. So this is nothing. Think of it like, you know, one of those, like Samantha said, one of those hooligan films that you see, yeah? Think of it like that. They want it to look real, but it's actually fake, because it's a production. Well, this is a production as well, but this production is there for disgusting satanic reasons, which is to extend lockdown to ruin people's businesses. Right, here we go with this guy's moment in the sun, or whatever you want to call it, right? So this guy's more subtle. So he hasn't got orange and red coat, but he's got orange or red, whatever you want to call that, inside the hood. So it's more subtle, but it's still visible. Do you see what I'm saying? So basically, this younger one comes on and more or less threatens the policeman on the horse, and these two here don't do anything about it. It's like you just asking them the time, you know, ignored it more or less. Whereas if you're threatening the policeman, I'd possibly say, all right, mate, enough, get out of here. Yeah, otherwise you're coming with us. Now, what you've got to understand about this one, this particular protest, is you're going to hear some people who say a lot of truth, and it makes sense, and it's the right thing to say. However, they will then either mess it up, or they'll just get fake arrested. So therefore, people think, right, so he was actually telling the truth. So now, if you tell the truth, you get arrested. So I'm not going to that protest. So what you got to remember is these protests are all about making sure that the real people who need to be there don't go there. They want they want it to be 100% actors. They don't want it to be 50-50. If there's 50-50, they've got a big problem. And this is what I've been saying for months. If people would get together and actually expose the actors like Grey Bleeder, aka Marco Giovanni, all you've got to do is stand next to him with a big sign saying he is a paid actor. He is undercover. And he can't do what he's doing. He cannot do it, okay? So that's an option. There's all kinds of options, and I'm not telling anyone to do anything. I'm just saying, you know, there's things worth thinking about.
I know. You didn't swear on the maritime law. Why W6374 sausage? Spelled out sausage.
So he's done his talking bit, that guy.
Have you said that? You're letting me, so why you got to I'm starving and he's not.
And like I said, right, I said before the 20th of March protest that what would happen is there would be masses of arrests, and there would be they would make an effort to make it look as real as possible, because the fact is this channel's exposed every single protest they've done, and all the fake events and all the fake actors. We've done it. This channel has exposed them from day one, so now they have to make things more realistic, yeah? And then again, that younger one is saying, if you were here without your uniform in the middle of the street, you'd get put down. So again, like Grey Bleeder was doing, they're inciting violence against the police. Now, like I said, we don't know if everyone is an actor here. There might be some innocent bystanders here who get roped into the occasion because of these agent provocateurs, these agitators, yeah? And that's very dangerous, because what they want you to do is they want you to incriminate yourself. They want you to do the dirty work for them, yeah? You see that? He's just saying shut your mouth to them. How many things is this little runt's going to say? How many? Wait a minute. Is that someone I recognise? No, possibly not. The problem is, right, like I said, because they've been exposed in London so much, they've had to move stuff away from London. That's why they've got stuff in Bristol now, in Bradford, in Manchester. They're trying to avoid London because obviously they would have to use the London actors like Tapman, Cricket Man, Free Hugs, and these people have been exposed a lot, so... There you go. Yep. So again, whenever you hear all this loud stuff, just remember it's for effect. So you can even turn it down, right? Because it's all for effect, it's not real. They shout louder than they need to, blah, blah, blah. Anything to add to the tension, okay? So now all of a sudden, they've decided to take action. They had that young lad saying, shut your mouth, saying if you were in the middle of the street without uniform, you'd get put down. They were fine with that. But then all of a sudden, you know, they change their mind and they go after the guy who had the hood with the red part inside it. Now, I want you to look at the guy. See this Jeep? See that guy with the red hat? That's the next actor. That's the next staged event part. Get ready, yeah? So is it. Here's a little gimmick. I'm not sure why they did this. You might have a thought about this. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a distraction because they were doing something else somewhere else. Now look who they're picking up now. Look who they're picking up now. What did I tell you about red? What did I tell you? I said they use it for certain actors who are possibly going to get arrested, who have like a lead role, yeah? So he, and you should see him back in a minute. There you go. It's funny how the Rupley man knew to do a bloody 360 and then he'd be ready there in the shot, innit? Pathetic, man. Okay, so now we have what I would say is a stereotypical appearance of a crisis actor. Very visually striking so that they can be seen from far and not confused with someone else who maybe isn't part of the staged event. Now, as you can see, he's wearing the red hat and wearing the red shorts, and he's covered with tattoos as well. So, like I said, perfect stereotype for the crisis actor look. Okay, so that's who they've chosen to single out now. And like I said, the Rupley guy, you know, perfectly did the 360 in time for the guy there. But now he's not interested because that's all he was told to do. Right, next film the guy in the red shorts. That's what he's told to do. He's got an earpiece in, probably, and he's told, right, now go this way, film that guy. He's getting arrested next, do that. Yeah? They all know what's happening before it happens. And again, this stupid like distraction, just I don't get it. Are they trying to make out like they're urchins, like backwards? I mean, I don't know what they're trying to do here. They're unruly. Someone tell me what they think that's all about. Okay, so we just had the red shorts, red hat tattoo guy arrested. Now Rupley guy's running his sweet little arse off. Oh yeah, to film the next staged bit. So what did you have? You had women all dressed in red. Now I clocked her earlier, if you remember. So now what they've obviously done is said, right, she's going to run first towards the camera, make it look like the police are getting violent. Yeah? It's so obvious when you break it down, okay? And this is why this channel is unique, and this is why they try to stop me by creating a channel to discredit me, by having people send me threatening messages and abusive messages, okay? But it doesn't work, mate. It doesn't work. And we just saw the woman with red head go past. I might slow this down briefly. Shame you can't be bothered to put your footage in 4K, isn't it, Rupley? Shame that. Probably do it on purpose. Right, so rewind that. So there you go. You've got the woman in red. And if you look, right, if you look at her face, tell me, does she look threatened and stressed out and anxious, or does she look like laughing, like it's fun? I personally think they think it's funny, right? Especially the man on the left, he looks like he's laughing. Yeah? I don't know. That's what I think. I think they're laughing. Like I said this months ago, right? There might be people here who turn up to do this staged event who have never done it before. So to them, it's just funny. They think it's funny, right? And they're not able to control their smiles and their laughter. And I've seen it. I've seen so-called police scuffles in the forefront of the shot, and then in the background, people smiling and laughing. Why? Because they're not used to it and they think it's funny. And it's, oh, wow, this is crazy. Wait till I tell my mate. Oh, wait, I can't, because I've signed a non-disclosure agreement. And if I tell anyone about this, I'll have to pay the money back. And it's probably quite a big sum. Yeah? And because they've signed it, they have to find a way to pay it or whatever. So it could probably put them in debt. Think about that. I've never taken it that deep, but that's possibly what could happen. You have to pay the money back no matter what, because you've sort of signed away with some kind of government agency. And if you don't, they take away whatever freedom. You go to prison possibly if you don't pay it. I'm sure some of you cleverer than me can tell me that. Okay? So, now look to the left. You can see the woman with red head, yeah? So there she is, sort of running away. Wait, was that Grey Bleeder? Was that our stupid so-called movement leader, Grey Bleeder? He ain't our leader. He's a fake Grey Bleeder. Right, let's have a look. There he is. Gotta go through him! Fight him! Isn't that what you were saying to Bannerman? Well, you don't look like you're fighting them now, you coward. No. You just wanted to incite other people, yeah? That's what you wanted to do. And I question why Bannerman took down the whole footage of his protests in Bradford. Why would you do that? It couldn't be because I exposed what you were doing by making Grey Bleeder incite the police in front of the police. And you know that that's probably not the best thing to be doing if you want to remain out of prison. Let's just put it that way. Okay? Right. Have a look at the guy on the right hand side with the leather jacket and the red cap. Red cap. How many times have I said red today? Exactly. Just remember him. Big guy, leather jacket, red hat. Remember him, okay? So, a lot of red hats, red jumpers. Oh yeah, and look at this creep here filming, yeah? Anyone want to tell me who this creep is? Because he goes there. He's been there from the 26th of September onwards. This creep here, right? You see him with the camera. Now, he's another one who has these horrible, disgusting, like, smiles when he's filming. Like, he's really enjoying himself. Like, he gets off, like, deceiving his country like a traitor. He might not even be English. God knows. God knows. The Creator knows, should I say, yeah? Look, another red. How many reds? How many reds? Another red there. See that? She's got red shoes. It's just full of red everywhere. Okay? Even this guy's got like red on the inside of his jacket. They think they're being subtle because they don't make the whole coat. They don't give him a coat that's all red. Instead they give it like trim. Look, she's wearing the red scarf. She's wearing the red top. I tell you what, this one here has been the easiest to debunk. It's been the easiest, and they should feel ashamed because they should be getting better at this shit, not worse. I guess eagle eye overkill is just getting a better eagle eye. Remember goggles, right? You know these hats that you see with goggles in the hood? You also see like woolly hats with goggles on them as well. Remember I said that. Remember I said that, okay? Okay, so this Asian guy here, and I might make a separate video out of this because I'm, you know, under the cosh right now. But that Asian guy was at the 26th of September Trafalgar Square protests, and the role he was playing was that of a peacemaker. So what peacemaker. What he's doing is he's pretending like he's saying, no, come on guys, we're all on the same side to the police. Don't fight the police, come on guys, I love you, all this kind of stuff. So he's playing the role of someone who's peaceful, rational, good-natured, right? However, it doesn't matter. Right, so here's another arrest that they zoom into. Not much to say about this guy's visual appearance apart from the fact that he's wearing shades in Bradford and it doesn't even look very sunny. So I don't know why that would be. But yeah, so he's wearing shades. It doesn't look sunny to me, so that's one thing that stands out. And any of the arrests that they zoom into, I always personally think that they're staged anyway. So they show you that briefly, then they go back to this bit, which is classic. So what they're doing now is they show this woman with her daughter in the pram going straight through what was just a minute ago a police scuffle. So what they're trying to show you by that is that Bradford isn't safe because of all these anti-lockdown. We'll pause it here. Bradford isn't safe. All of these anti-lockdown movements, they're making it unsafe, and that poor woman's got to go with her daughter, with her pram, right through the angry mob who were saying right at the start of this Rupley broadcast that the police kill everyone. Do you see where I'm going with this? This is serious. Here we go with the next actor. Now I'll put the volume on and put it back on full speed. Normal. Right, I told you to look out for him, didn't I? Yeah, and here he is playing the role. And here we go. It gets worse, guys. So he's been a bit of an aggressive well, he's not little. He's been a bit of an aggressive man, isn't he? Bless him. Yeah, he's getting a bit angry. Who's filming him now? Active, in inverted commas, patriot. You might be active because you're walking around, but you ain't no patriot, and it doesn't fool me by you having that stupid Union Jack bag on your back, mate. Yeah, that's just a costume. It's disguise. And look at this, right? He is filming people squaring up to police, and he's that confident about it that he's able to hold a can of Pepsi in his hand as he's doing it. He knows that he's not going to get into any bother. Why? Because it's a staged event. So therefore, he can take his time and enjoy his wonderful can of Pepsi, yeah, while he's filming, yeah? So that's how arrogant they are. They know it's a staged event and they think that they can just stand there with his can of Pepsi while he's filming. Can you just not see how insane this is? They're taking the piss out of you. He's taking the piss out of you with that Union Jack thing because he's making out like he's patriotic. If you were patriotic, you wouldn't promote face coverings. Do you understand me? Are you listening? And I saw your so-called arrest, your second video on your channel of your so-called arrest. You looked absolutely out of your head. You could barely talk. And you're pretending like you're the voice and the person who's patriotic and the leader. No, you ain't, mate. So you carry on drinking your Pepsi while you're filming fake events with actors. Yeah? And again, this is just to make us look bad. It's to make us look like we're angry people who need to be restrained by police. Now we are angry, but we hold that anger and we use it as motivation rather than attacking people. Yeah? See what I mean? And I don't know if he came to the protest like that or it got ripped. Goodness knows. But you got a man with like half a shirt on saying let effing go to the police and like just basically making us look like thugs. Yeah?
This is fucking police brutality.
And then look who comes to... Oh, hey! Here we go. Bingo. Eagle eye overkill strikes again. Do you recognise that woman with the blonde hair? If I'm not mistaken, that's that woman. I'm sure she was a councillor in the north and she was going on about the pandemic, right? And she got a lot of criticism. And how funny that she's here right now in the middle of this fake event. So maybe she was fake as well. Maybe she was there to discredit us. If you remember, she was saying something like, this isn't like North Korea here. Do you remember? So I think I've just spotted another one. Someone please help me with that, because I can't remember what her name is now. I think probably if you Google, like, northern politician says we're in North Korea or something like that, you'll find it. So I'm sure it was something like Denise Beresford or Diane Beresford, something like that. But I just Googled it and I can't find it. So please, if someone remembers a northern, like, councillor or politician who came out months ago, who looks like that woman, and said that CV19 is ridiculous, it doesn't exist, and that we live in North Korea now, please try and find that. I beg you. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but it just looks like her to me. And then who comes and takes this actor away? Oh yeah, a woman with bright pink hair. You see what I mean about strikingly visual? So he's there with a red cap, he's there with the vest ripped open, swearing at police, and she's there with her bright pink hair. Yeah? And here he is. Right, remember what I said about goggles? What's this waste man wearing? Yeah, hat with goggles. Now I noticed that all the way back 26th of September, the fake staged event there was a guy there screaming and, like, actually attacking police wearing a hood with those goggles. So those goggles, they're obviously using them as a visual indicator to say that we are part of the staged event. They need as many striking visual appearances that they can get. It's essential for them, okay? So he's not only got the fake Union Jack on, he's got the goggles on, and he's filming this while he's drinking a can of Pepsi because he's so arrogant. He's so off his face, he probably doesn't even remember where he is. And he just, oh yeah, I get paid to do this, don't I? I get paid to go and film the actors, don't I? Get me Pepsi. Get me Pepsi first. You rat. You rat. That's what you are, mate. And it's not just you, Actor Patriot, it's Tyrant Thunder, it's